wishes on satellites. Used to stay up at night, hoping one day that the stars would align.
This is our Kukui-O'la update, right? So I have clients that bought a house, they're building it in Kukui-O'la. There's been some progress, which is very exciting. So let's walk through the house and I'll tell you what's going on. You know, I always tell people, when you're looking at an ocean view through a camera lens, it's always way smaller. But there is a really nice ocean view that you see from here. This is going to be the front door. They're going to be glass with etchings. So as you walk up to the front door, you're going to see this ocean view. Now we're on the 10th hole of the Tom Weiskopf golf course. So there's never going to be homes built in front of it. So this view, that's not changing, which is one of the reasons why this house is so valuable. So this is going to be like an entry foyer area. And then you'll walk into the living room here. So this is going to be your living room, great room. That's going to be the kitchen. And that room's going to be the dining room. Now you can see from these the walls and these walls, see how there's this gap here? Now these are going to be those glass doors that fold into the wall along with the screen. So anytime you see that big gap in this house, that and an opening, you know that that's what they're putting in there. This is going to be a large covered lanai. So this will be outdoors, but a huge cover, right? And then there's the infinity edge pool and spa. We're in the dining room. These are going to be doors right here where you're going to step down to a barbecue area outside. So they used to try to put the barbecue areas, these covered lanais, but they just never vented right. So they're going to put them outside. And this is the kitchen. So it'll be right off of the kitchen, right? And the kitchen is going to have 2 refrigerators, 2 dishwashers, a huge island right now. It's a beautiful kitchen. And this spot here is the super large pantry. That's a huge pantry for Kauai standards. Kukui'Ula is the premier luxury community on the south side of Kauai. One of the things that they're really known for, and I'm sure you've heard me say this many times, are their amazing amenities, and they are amazing. I mean, I've been to every luxury community in the state of Hawaii. Nothing compares to the amenities at Kukui'Ula. Now, Kukui'Ula is in an opportunity zone, and it is is going through a big development phase, right? In this little area, there are 4 lots. The house behind me is about to be finished being built. This one, we're hoping will be done in October, maybe November, right? But it's in process. And then you can see the next 2 houses. One, the foundation has been laid, and the other one is being framed, right? So they're in the process of being built. And it's kind of nice that in this little pocket, they're all going up at the same time. You won't have too much construction noise for the next 20 years. Kukui'Ula is going with a low density design. They have the rights to build up to 2,000 homes. They're going to build about 1,500 when it's all, you know, built out. It's a huge community. It has over 1,000 acres, and it was originally Alexander and Baldwin land, which is one of the old sugarcane companies. So this at one time was sugarcane fields, as far as the eye could see. Well, until you hit the ocean, at least. Now there's a Tom Weiskopf golf course, 18-hole golf course. A huge organic farm with a lake where you can go fishing. You can do catch and release. And one of the things that's so fun about the organic farm is they grow flowers, fruits, vegetables. You can go up there anytime and pick whatever you want. Or the farm workers will collect the fresh produce and flowers and bring them to the clubhouse and leave them out for people to just pick up as they go home. Now the clubhouse and the amenities, they spent over $100 million building those out. So you have this beautiful Hawaiian plantation clubhouse, an adult pool, a sandy bottom pool, water slides, 2 restaurants, a spa, you know, a women's spa, a man's spa, a co-ed spa. It's pretty dreamy. Pools on Kauai we have them, but they're not super common, partially because we have the ocean. Pools are very expensive here to put in, right? Even a small basic pool is going to be probably at least $200,000. So a lot of people opt to not have them and let them use like a community pool, if there is one. So Kukui'Ula has, as I've said, amazing amenities, but apart from one street, the vacation renters are not allowed to use the Kukui'Ula amenities. They are beautiful, stunning, high-end homes that are in great demand as vacation rentals, but you should plan on putting your own pool in because they won't have access to the clubhouse or the pools that I've talked about earlier. Guests, owners, and their family members will have that. And, you know, if it's your best friend from high school, anyways, I don't want to get into those details. Your favorite realtor used to count as your favorite guest as well, but they've made it a little harder. I'm working on it. When you buy in Kukui'Ula, there is an initiation fee of $150,000, right? So on top of the lot or the house that you're buying, it's $150,000 to become a member. Now you can join the golf membership as well, which is separate. The $150,000 initial member fee, you pay it, you never see it again. The golf fee, if you were to ever sell your house or decided you didn't want to be a golf member, they would give you your money back and refund it. The golf course is, there it is, we're in front of the 10th hole. It's not heavily played, but it is a beautiful course with, you know, stunning views, which is kind of what you want if you live on a golf course. Something that's not heavily played, but is stunningly beautiful. The large majority of Kukui'Ula is in the visitor destination area, and they do allow for short-term rentals. Like this home will be allowed to, is allowed to be used as a short-term rental. Now it's not like most homes and VDAs where you can do it as little as nightly. They do have a minimum of 7-day rentals, right? So someone could potentially rent it, only use it for 5 days, but they're renting it for 7. Not all of Kukui'Ula is in the VDA. So if renting it as a vacation rental is important to you, you'll want to know if the house you're looking at is or is not in the VDA. So obviously you can reach out to me and I'd be happy to answer your question. If it's not within the VDA or where short-term rentals are allowed, it's still kind of in the VDA because you can still do monthly rentals. Now outside of that, you're looking at least a 6-month minimum, right? So if you wanted to rent it a few months over the year, but mostly keep it as yours, pay the taxes or something, that would be an option for you. There are very strict architectural guidelines within Kukui'Ula, so much stricter than the county, right? So when you are designing a house, you're going to need to get it first approved by Kukui'Ula and then by the county. But your licensed contractor will walk you through all of that if you're going to build a house from the ground up.